But you know, before it got all started, I was just a little kid, you know, having fun, going to school and just playing, you know, like the rest of the kids out there. So it wasn't really too much different from being the next, little kid. So that's what my passion brings me to nowadays. You know, just wanting to touch, these kids' lives and be a figure where I could come and present like, this is what it's gonna take. This is what you gotta do. You feel me? You can't miss a beat, you can't miss a step. You gotta walk a straight line. So
everything's always about the passion, and that's what I try to tell everybody. That's why I do what I do, because of the passion. What was it like walking onto the field for your first NFL game? Because I love football. Football is my favorite sport. I was able to get on the field as a spectator. The 50-yard line at the San Diego Chargers game, the Giants game. What was it like, man? Your first feeling, man?
My first feeling was like almost unbelievable. It's one of the feelings where you touch the field. It's like all this adrenaline is hitting at you, and it's like you got to kind of bottle it up. You got to kind of control it because you still got a game to play. So it's just one of the things where I was very confident in myself, and I knew what I was capable of doing. So the moment was like an overseas moment. At the end of the day, looking in the stands, all the fans, it was like just, man, it's this little kid that grew up, Los Angeles, California, was able to make it. So really, man, I just thought about all the people that helped me get to where I'm at, all my fans, all my family members, things like that. Like, that's what I wanted to go out there and put on for, man. So, that was my dream more than anything. Like, it's not only just about me, it's, about representing from where I came from, mother, father, brothers, so like, that's what I went out there and did it for.
It's crazy because your passion and, going to the Pro Bowl and the Y, just like the achievements, man. I just watch you and I'm so proud of you because I know you for a while, and, you talk about family, right? I lost my mom a couple of years, and I know at an early age you lost your dad, and I always see you post pictures of your dad, and we have mutual friends because of my neighbor. But like you said something to me that, you said something to Instagram, and social media is so powerful that you said you wish that your dad was here to watch you get on the field and fulfill those dreams. And I literally just hung up with my father driving here and told him I'm coming to see you. And I always talk about you to him. And I lost my mom, so I go back and I go to the cemetery and I speak to my mom and tell her I wish I was able to make her a grandchild. So I said to my dad today, I said, Dad, you're getting older. I want to make you have a grandchild. So it's funny because you say that, like, I wish my dad was here to watch, but our mom and dad is up there pushing us to keeping us going, man.
That's really the thing, man. That's what, continuously on the everyday basis is, knowing the relationship that me and my dad had, like, knowing how hard he pushed me. Any given moment when I feel, I'm down or, like how I'm gonna get through it, like I just think about him, like all the times he's pushed me to get through, like even though he's not here physically, like, spiritually he still, voices and, just that feeling where it's like, man, I want to quit, I want to give up, but it's like, nah, we know what we're doing this for, you feel me? So at the end of the day, like, that's what kind of keeps me focused on.
Exactly, they're our mentors, and they keep us going. And I know you so long, and it's like, you always remain humble. You always stay the same to everybody, and especially me, and it's respect. And what I want to talk about music, man, because that's how we met. Music, and you love music. Like, how did that start? The passion of music, man.
Well, man, growing up, South Central California, like growing up a Pac fan, growing up Snoop fan, like, just really the whole West Coast area. Like me growing out here in Cali, like, I was connected, like, Eazy-E, feel me, NWA, Dr. Dre, like, so, like, when I grew up, early 80s, or, like, mid 80s, early 90s, it was like, that's when West Coast was popping, you had the East Coast, West Coast, back and forth, Biggie, Pac, so, I got into it then, but, growing up and, really, like, having a passion for music, but I wasn't really, like, always good, like, I, try to rap, try to mess around, but it's like, I was terrible, so, I'm the type of dude, like, if I like something and I want to do it, like, I'm going to work my butt off at doing it, so, like, now looking back at it, I feel like I'm kind of talented in the music area, but, it takes hard work and dedication, just like anything else in this world, like, if you want to do it, and a lot of times nowadays, it's like, people always get caught up with, like, oh, I can't do this, or, don't have anybody to really, like, motivate them to do that. Like me, like, if I feel I ain't good at it, like, I start playing golf now. Like, I was terrible at it, but, like, now I'm decent enough to, to go out there and be a competitor. So it's like anything in life, that's my message to these kids. Whatever you want to do, man, attack it, and, just fit. That's what your mind, just think you could do it. Everybody might say you might not be able to, but just think you can.
You know what it is? You don't take no for an answer. I mean, I was told I can't do nothing. I said, okay, I'm going to go learn how to do it. It's funny, I got the little miniature golf thing in my backyard, and I see you playing golf, but it's good for your mind. And music, like you say, like me coming out here 20 years ago from New York, I worked with Easy, and he introduced me to Bone Thugs. Been with them 20 years. I mean, obviously, you know, me and my partner Big D discovered Nipsey Hussle, and you know who Nipsey Hussle is, and working with Tupac's group, The Outlaws. All these things is crazy, but it's West Coast, and I'm from the East Coast. And when we do the music stuff with you, we give you constructive criticism, or in the city with you, you take it. And you're like, you know what? The coach lasts longer than the player sometimes. Don't listen to the coach. He's telling me what to do because he's experienced at that. Like, if we're gonna go fix a pipe, we don't have to fix a pipe. We're gonna go get a plumber, but we can watch and learn. You know what I mean? Tell us about, you know, it's a cliche question because people know about it, Jaccpot. But tell us about the label, and it's funny because ESPN, when all that stuff went down about supposedly ties, they put the picture of me and you from a video shoot. And I'm like, I went there to support my brother because I tried out with his music, and he has some talented artists. So just instead of being like cliche about it, but just tell them really what it means to you. Yeah, I mean, Jaccpot, it's a movement.
Yeah, it's more of a movement, and then at the end of the day, like, it all started off a nickname. You know, like when I was in high school, my boys was like, you know, one day you gonna hit the jackpot, you feel me? So it's like, that's how I kind of got the name. So ever since like high school, everybody's been like calling me Jaccpot, you know, like, who don't want a lot of money? Who don't want to hit the jackpot one day? You feel me? Like, growing up, my dad used to play the lottery every day, and I used to be like, Dad, you crazy, you just wasting your money. Like, give me that extra $5, $10 for the, you know, for lunch. You know, he's like, man, boy, you crazy, I'm gonna hit that $300 million lottery one day. So, you know, it's just the mentality of, you know, just working hard to, you know, get a reward. And at the end of the day, the reward is a jackpot. So, you know, starting Jaccpot was like, you know, an inner circle thing. Boys I grew up with, like, you know, I was a fortunate few. You feel me? Everybody in the area I grew up wanted to make it to the NFL, but, you know, it's a slim field. It's a slim percentage that, you know, in reality, who's going to make it. So, like, all my boys that surround me, like, you know, I kind of wanted to give them an outlet to help them make it, you feel me? So that's how we kind of discovered it. It's like, man, you know, I'm going to give y'all opportunity. Had a couple of talented dudes, you know, they're still pursuing their dreams and things. But, you know, as you know, and I know, like, ain't nothing in this world to snap a finger and all of a sudden you just popping and you own. You know, it takes work. You got to do the groundwork. You got to be in these places and stuff. So, you know, it's going on like 3 years. I'm having the label, and, you know, everything's kind of playing out. You know, biggest thing is I want them dudes to understand they got to work, because, you know, I work hard at doing football. You feel me? Like, even when I rap, you know, sometimes I feel I'm working hard at these dudes in the studio. So it's like, how am I just blow you up and I don't feel like you putting in the effort, you know? That's
what I try to tell, but that's why I preach we working, because I work harder sometimes than my artists. And at the end of it, we've had one-on-one real conversations off camera, like trying to match money and trying to, you know, help this person and travel here and do this and do that. And, you know, all the times you invited me out to the Eagles games, I'm like, yo, it's too cold out there, man. Got just 2 more questions, like, what can we expect from you, not just this year, to the end of your career?